Hello, fellow music lovers. This video is a little bit hard to make, but there's been some recent news in the music industry that is very devastating today, and as you can tell by the title of the video, Chester Bennington was found dead in his home. Apparently he took his own life, which is very unfortunate. Nobody right now knows why. Nobody knows the reasoning for it, but it's very unfortunate. I know that Linkin Park was a very vital part of my life, and they were a very vital part for the music industry as well in the late 90s, early 2000s. And I know my typical stance is not usually to weep on the famous, but on the passing of someone famous, but when somebody like this, like Chester Bennington, has such a huge impact on not only my life, but the lives of thousands and millions of other people, it's hard not to talk about. And it's still very difficult to process that information. Part of me just doesn't want to believe that he's no longer with us. And I really don't know. Part of me doesn't want to believe it. It's gonna be difficult to move on from this. Linkin Park had a very close connection to me growing up. I've always loved their music, and Chester Bennington will forever be immortalized in Linkin Park's former work as well as the past works of Stone Temple Pilots. I don't think the music industry, or at least the rock part of, or the alternate rock part of the music industry, will ever be the same. It's just like when Elvis passed away, or when Michael Jackson passed away. This is how the alternate rock fans feel. Granted, I don't think Chester Bennington was considered the king of alternate rock, but Linkin Park certainly helped form what the alternate rock scene is today. And you cannot mention alternate rock bands without having Linkin Park come up on that list, or at least innovative alternate rock bands. And I think if you made a top 50 alt-rock songs list, of best alt-rock songs list of all time, I'm sure Linkin Park would come up on there a couple times, a handful of times at least. I was just listening to a couple Linkin Park songs on my way home from school today. Driving down the highway, jamming out to their music. And now this is going to be hard to cope with. It's going to take a while for it to actually hit me. It's going to take a while for it to sink in. It's going to take a while, and after it does sink in, it's going to take a while for my brain to accept that he's no longer with us. Right now, I'm still in the denial stage of this whole thing. My condolences go out to his friends and family. But my mind is still in disbelief that he is actually no longer with us, and it's very unfortunate that he is no longer with us. I don't know how to feel. I don't really know what else to say. I mean, he seemed perfectly fine a couple months ago in that video that Boy in a Band made when he interviewed them, Chester Bennington, and also one of the other members from Linkin Park, who I'm gonna butch his name, so I'm not even gonna. It's Mike, I believe his name is. It rhymes with Mike Chioda. I'm not sure if it is Mike Chioda, but my respects if that's mispronounced. But man, one of my all-time favorite bands growing up as a kid was Linkin Park, because I felt like Linkin Park was, as a little 10 to 14-year-old kid, I thought Linkin Park was the coolest shit growing up. And I still think they are now. I still think they're an amazing band, even though a lot of people say some of their music is iffy, but that's how a band works. They change their style, and if some people don't like it, then it's not their style of music, I guess. But the alternate rock world will forever be missing a vital part. And again, my condolences go out to Chad Bennington's family and friends and colleagues and very close family friends and stuff like that. I'm sorry for your loss. It's a loss for everyone in the alternate rock world and longtime fans of the band. I've been a fan of Linkin Park for 24 now, so maybe 16 years, probably 8 years, 16 years. I've been a fan of Linkin Park. It's very, very unfortunate.